guys remember a game called Dark Shadows Army of Evil? A game I looked at towards the start of the year, made by a German indie developer called Burian Media Enterprises? Well, it seems like that company has made another game. A zombie game. And I'm going to play it. Hooray! My past experience from German indie developers has been rather odd. I've reviewed games from both Burian Media Enterprises and Patchnote Studios, and both were interesting. I had heard nothing more from Burian until I found them operating under a new name, BME. As a side note, the game I'll be reviewing today is Worst Case Z, a horror survival game featuring zombies. And Patchnote Studios, coincidentally, have just had their zombie game Zomblabs greenlit. So it seems I'm destined to do this forever. So, let's start this up. Right off the bat, this just seems oh so familiar. I just can't seem to put my finger on it. But hey, the Burian Media graphic is new. That's what I call an upgrade. It's all snazzy and pretty cool. And let's see if the options menu had... Yep. Not sure what I expected this time. Well, let's get into it.
Hey babe, you know that you shouldn't call me at work. As a security worker, I'm responsible for the safety in the nuclear power plant. Well, my shift just started. Even if there's less to do during the night shift, that doesn't mean I can talk on the phone the whole time.
Let's be fair here. Burian haven't really grasped the concept of exposition, and when they try to do it, it's neither subtle nor entirely relevant. And as a little tip, don't use some pointless phone conversation to try and make us empathise with the main character, who you haven't even named yet. This doesn't create any emotional connection here between myself and, I'm going to be honest, what looks to be an NPC from the Metro series. Although, we must applaud Burian for trying to humanise a block of wood!
Even though the majority of the staff is in vacation and only a few people are on the premises. That's exactly why I should pay extra attention to my work. Although, it'll probably just be a boring night as usual. So, what's up? A half gallon of milk? Yeah, okay, I'll get it at the gas station tomorrow morning, right after my shift. Some music wouldn't be bad. Something to dance to.
Oh boy, am I glad we got to share that. Wasn't that magical? Alright, so Baryshnikov here gets so fucking tuckered out after like 20 seconds of solid dancing, most of which was the Gangnam Style dance, by the way, that he falls asleep. An explosion rocks the plant and he's called by an emergency response team who tells him toxic gases have been released and also that an EMP has gone off.
Who knows what other damages the nuclear radiation and gases have caused?
What's an EMP?
You work at MPP and don't know what an EMP is?
Hey now, you cut that guy some slack. He's just security here. You should have seen him earlier. He was doing a bitchin' backflip. So you lay off him, Radio Man.
It's an electromagnetic pulse. It's usually related to nuclear explosions, but it's also known in connection with other processes like thunderstorms.
Nerd! Well, here we are. And doesn't this look familiar? Dreary textures, lighting that looks as if you could scoop it up with a spoon and serve it with crusty bread, confusing menus, far too much information. Oh, come on, a fucking compass! Again, Burian? We're indoors this time. Why? Looks like worst case Z is living in the shadow of another game by Burian. A very dark shadow. Well, there's no point standing in this room all day waiting for the game to eventually crash. I guess we better make progress. We better just get going into the dark hallway and take our time and see what's what. I guess we could do that. Guess we could just take it nice and slow. I know I've ragged on the game quite a bit up until this point, but I'm genuinely spooked. Look, I'm not a hard man to scare. You're listening to the dude who once ran half a mile in a blind panic because he thought a wolf was chasing him, only to find out it was a hungry cat trying to get the half-eaten pork pie I was carrying in my pocket, okay? I'm not exactly brave, but this is putting me on edge. Say what you want about Burian, but they've put effort into the atmosphere. I like it. It's all tense. You know, this could really be a... Oh, fuck! Jesus Christ! Oh! Oh, God! Why is it so fucking... Oh, right! Oh, fucking Jesus! Oh. Where the fuck am I? Oh, come on, Burian! I was trying here! Seriously, you guys need to do something about the fucking bloom effect! We've gone from Blind Man Simulator in the corridors to the VR experience at the inside of a fucking volcano! And this is just cliche! Let's break the immersion and put ourselves into the shoes of the guy that wrote this. First off, if you've been attacked and you're bleeding to death, or at least bleeding enough to fucking graffiti the wall, why do it? Now, I know that games like Dead Space do this with mad scribblings as if a poor soul was sent into a demented state from the true terror of the situation. It's usually, they come for us, or no survival, or I think I left the stove on. But why would some guy write, oh God, in his own blood? Presumably. Oh God is an exclamation for locking your keys in the car or slamming your foot in a door, not for Banksying your entrails across the fucking wall. Oh God is pretty bad, but this one is better. I mean, at least this one... Ich bin ein fucking out of here. Ich bin nicht bereit Banksy sein. Ich bin nicht bereit Banksy sein. You know, I think the game lends itself to Burian's style quite well. For instance, I've not a clue where I'm supposed to be going, with the compass not helping in the slightest, by the way. So roaming about the dark, depressing halls just adds to the tension. Things are really getting... Oh, what the fuck?! I made it outside! Thank God. And you know all that very scary, immersive atmosphere built up inside? Well, a reaver fucking dirty to that, since it's Darth Vader plodding about while stock emergency noises loop in the background for 10 minutes. See you later, atmosphere. It was fun while it lasted. So I guess I'll just explore a bit. We're looking for a Geiger counter and... Hey, wait, hold up a sec. No, why am I stop? No, fuck! So there's defences, these minigun turret things that need to be turned off, and as typical with Burian games, there's no direction or warning given. No arrow, no pointer, just a fucking compass. In Dark Shadows, this meant scouring the level for the last remaining enemies, which was annoying, but this is just bullshit, plain and simple. This is just chorish. Running about an unlit, trashed open area looking for two terminals that shut off the automatic gunfire while trying to avoid said gunfire with no clue where the terminals are. This is just unfair. Hold on. Let me check the compass for a sec. Oh, good, we're fine, lads, we're fine. North still that way, that's good to know. Thank Christ I have the compass, otherwise I'd be in a lot of trouble. With the gun shot off, we need to then find a Geiger counter, which is very inconveniently placed atop the cooling tower. Yeah, but why though? And do we have an elevator to get up there, or some sort of magical teleportation device? Maybe wings that we could attach to ourselves? Nope. No, we have stairs. Ice physics. No safety railing. I have been playing this game for over 2 hours now. 2 fucking hours with nothing to show for it. I still have a question running through my mind. Why worst case Z? Because the game hasn't given me any indication of what the Z could possibly stand for at this point. Zebras? Zeppelins? Zimbabwe? Because I haven't seen any... Oh, God! No, I'm done. Are they gone? Is it over? Is it safe to come out? Hello? It's hot in here. You got me, mysterious dude. Going out for a bit of a jog, huh? Around the nuclear plant during a collapse. Yep, well, you have fun. See, personally, I don't get the stigma with jump scares and why people think jump scares aren't scary. They're made to be scary. Well, startling at least. I mean, I'm no PewDiePie. I think I've proven that. Horror games aren't my thing. So, although I have nerves of cake in the heart of a rather sedentary 20-year-old, there are some spooky moments to be had in this game. Oh, look, here's the jogger from earlier. Poor guy must have slipped and fallen. Well, let me just check my spookometer, do a few tests here. Yep, this is some shit that is far too spooky for me to deal with. I'll be moving right along. I'm glad that things are starting to pick up at least. And is that a zombie? Looks like a zombie. Is that what the Z stands for, the zombie? My, this is very exciting, isn't it? Poor guy's got a touch of the old scurvy, it seems. Well, I'll just gonna slip on par. Oh God, no, I'm not ready. And why is this guy sneezing? This ain't the fucking time to be sneezing. Just run, take a fucking Cavonia for fuck's sake. Oh! Zombie's gone. Hello? Perhaps many of you true horror elitists are thinking, well, this isn't scary, and perhaps you're right. Worst case Z is no Outlast or Soma, but the sounds, the chasing and the growling of the enemies behind you, the hiding mechanics, well, they're not top notch, but they're solid, and you do feel quite helpless. To replicate that feeling of being alone and being hunted in an indie game is at least commendable. Dark Shadows felt a little aimless, like Burian had taken a shitload of assets, stapled them together and called it a hack and slash, but this feels a lot more focused. A rather bittersweet moment comes in the next level. There's a zombie guarding an area, and this zombie not only chases you, he patrols a hallway with switches to shut off the power, allowing you to leave. If you turn off a switch, he can turn them back on just by passing them. So to advance, you must carefully follow him up the hall at a respectable distance and turn them off behind him one at a time. Once all are off, he can't turn them back on again. This simple design forces you to interact with enemies, and although games like Amnesia and Outlast accomplished this a lot more seamlessly, I can appreciate the effort put in place by Burian to keep things tense and fresh. But for every moment of genuine horror, we have scenes like, well, random dudes that have just been torn apart and they're standing there. I mean, the jogger from earlier, you can stand on his head, the guy does nothing. There's giant spiders wandering about for no other reason than spiders are spooky. All the zombies that pose a genuine threat have ridiculous animation, as if they're trying to samba dance around the place. And then there's... you. That's gross. Oh God, that's not scary, that's just grotesque. I mean... why? What's the point in this? It's so blatant. There's no context for it being here. It doesn't scuttle away when we get close. It's just an animated piece of the environment. A threat or a frightening object is no longer credible when you can grind your face against it. A lot less people would have been scared of Jason if he'd allowed people to give him Eskimo kisses without rearranging their internal organs first. It's just goofy. But I'm sure things will change, right?
I mean, are they for real? Like, Burian, I don't get it. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but the zombie clown dude turns up in a later level armed with a minigun surrounded by sparklers anyway, like some sort of stupid party scene. What are you guys going for? Silly or scary? You just keep throwing me here. Well, I guess we What the... Oh, shit. Well, sorry, guys. It looks like the power's gone out. That's a bit convenient. I guess this'll have to wait till next time, then. But until then...
See you later.